Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal Shepard Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of This Podcast Will Kill You. Hopefully not literally. Listen, yeah? Stop tweeting me, you Wally. Just leave me alone and let me drink my coffee. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the game last night. It was absolutely fantastic. Masterclass. What was it? A masterclass. Oh, God, it's terrible, isn't it? What we're going to do, eh? And the expectations are confirmed lowered. The expectations have been lowered officially by the Glazers, and I told you guys about it. I'm just sitting there drinking my coffee. I know exactly what's going to happen. We're not going to win a trophy under this manager and under this regime, unfortunately. As much as I want Ole to do well, I just don't think he has the cojones to do well. And when you're going to Palace and not even breathing on their goal at all, just playing safe, I mean, the Fog had more bite than we did. It was absolutely pathetic, to be honest with you. And this is the whole point what I've been talking about. You lot want to talk about me, about Man United fans. If they don't support Ole, go and support another club, i.e. Leyton Orient. And basically, you're the cancer of the club because you're the ones who are accepting this mediocrity. So you guys are the ones that are the problem. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you guys are the ones in the problem. The ongoing years and years and years fans that accept anything. It was people like me who made Man United who they are. People like them who want higher expectations, the Glazer outlaw, everyone who's been fighting to make get Man United back to where they belong, not accept anything that's been given to them on a plate. This is the whole issue with it, So you could tell Man United fans who are Oddy out to go and do whatever they're going to go and do, but you're not going to win this one because Man United won't win anything under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and that's when you guys are going to be coming back to me still with something else to talk about, which is ridiculous. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm cheeking my coffee. That's why I'm chilling. I'm just watching it unfold. And unfortunately, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is getting it wrong. Where does he get it wrong? Well, double pivots, favoritism, in-game management, a failure to make substitutions early when the game isn't going well. And basically, he needs to make substitutions quicker in the second half of the game, maybe 20 minutes to go, not 2 minutes to go. He needs to trust his players a bit more, the ones on the bench, the youth players. He needs to trust the youth players a bit more. I believe he needs youth players in that team to add a bit of enthusiasm, to add a bit of pace, right? I'm not talking about the youth players who've been there 10 years because those youth players don't count, right? Marcus Rashford, Greenwood and all that. Yes, they are youth players from the past, but they've been there a couple of years now. And we need to bring in someone fresh, Rashford hasn't been doing it for months and months. And, no matter what you want to say about Rashford, he's a fantastic bloke. Charity work, I support all the way. But at the end of the day, he's not performing on the pitch. And this is where it matters as a Manchester United fan. It doesn't matter what he does outside the ground. Fair play to him. But, off the pitch, on the pitch, he's not delivering as a striker should for Manchester United and a winger should for Manchester United. And he's not the only one. I'm not going to scapegoat players. Are they being coached right? Are these players being coached right? I don't think they're being coached right in my humble list of opinions. I think that our coaching team is annoyed of ideas and void of ideas, and they are not experienced enough to bring us back to where we want to be. So we need better coaches. We need better physio teams. We need better, management from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a legend, and basically I know he is, but it doesn't always mean it works out at the club. What I see at the moment is he is like playing it safe too much. The draws, the 0-0s. This is no coincidence. The 0-0s. I mean, he's playing it way too safe. And I don't think he's been, bold enough and brave enough to win games. And I feel like, yes, he may have lost a couple if he went a bit more attacking. If he may have lost a couple, but he would have picked up more points and we would be closer to the top. Unfortunately, this is going to be Manchester City's season. It's going to be one of the most underwhelming seasons of all time. Manchester City, with their oil money, are going to win the league again. It's not just oil money, of course. They've been managed right. Players have improved. Foden, for example, Foden was below Greenwood in his talent-wise a few years ago, about a couple of years ago. He's overtaken Greenwood. Our coaches are not developing players, and I would argue that with anyone. I don't think he's improved anyone. McTominay, I don't think he's improved. McTominay's McTominay. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has improved anyone. I don't think he is going to improve anyone. I don't think Rashford is going to improve. I don't think Greenwood is going to improve under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. When you look at Manchester City, you look at players like Foden, who have improved immensely, and players who go into that team slot right into that team. And each player knows what they're doing. I don't think Ole has a clue in regards to that. And that's nothing against Ole. I don't hate Ole for that. I just don't think he's a very, very good manager. You know, I think he's a great guy. I think he's a legend, and he will always be a legend in my eyes. Yeah, but at the end of the day, so as you could, every big club in Europe will tell you, in the world will tell you, it doesn't always work out with ex-players. So if you're coming on my page and you're talking about blah, 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 it's only because I want the best for Man United. It's only because I want us to win things. It's because I have higher expectations than you, maybe. That's it. You know, it's nothing to do with being right or wrong. Get up and see the sarcasm in my eyes, Robbie Williams. But I've not got no sarcasm in my eyes. Don't worry. I'm not going to annoy you guys today. But the thing is, I just don't think Ole will get us to where we need to be. And I will support Ole all the way. Of course I will. I know he wasn't backed in the summer, and the Glazers did not back Ole. And I told you, I said that at the beginning of the season. The Glazers needed to pull their finger out this January. They did not. You know, we're acting like we're broke at the moment. Again, there's these whispers around the club that the Glazers are making it pre-excuses just to set us up for another failed summer window. And this is going to be typical of the Glazers. And this is the problem. So whilst you are lowering your expectations, the Glazers are getting more and more confident in letting us down in the transfer market. You guys have got to look at it from that point of view. You got to stop looking at people because, he can't say that. He's a guy from East London who go and support Leyton Orient. You go and support Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient's my local club. Yeah, big up Leyton Orient. Yeah, they're just a small club, but I don't support Leyton Orient. I like them to do well, but I don't support them. Yeah, so listen, I'm a Man United supporter. I've been all my life. I'm going to bring up some. I'm getting an array of photos together from me as a kid. They're quite embarrassing photos, actually, because I look a bit like a chipmunk. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I will be exposing those pictures to you if you want. Unfortunately for me, I will be showing you them, and you can enjoy it. And you can do whatever you like with those pictures, as long as it's nothing too untoward. And yeah, brilliant. So we look forward anyway, 0-0. I don't look forward to watching Man United in the Premier League anymore because it looks like we're content with 4th place. And but it will be very, very stupid of Ole if he does continue to play like that, because we'll end up 5th or 6th. The league is there's still a bit to go in the league. It needs to pick it up. Now, in regards to the game, we got the next game. I think we got the next game. I believe we have got Manchester City. Bala bing, bala boom, bala bing, bala boom. Manchester City, we're going to probably win that. That would be funny, wouldn't it? They'll probably win that one because it's the hardest one. That's what we do. We win the hardest ones. We're in trouble, and he's got to pick up points against the Palaces of this world. He's got to pick up points against the lower teams of this world. He can't be relying on individual brilliance all the time, because that doesn't work all the time. This is the problem with Ole. He relies too much on individual brilliance. I did not have a problem with Henderson starting yesterday. I know a lot of people did. I did not have a problem with him starting because I don't believe he's the problem. I don't believe De Gea or Henderson is the problem. I believe the centre-back is a problem, and then centre-backs played okay yesterday, didn't they? Because Bailly started, didn't he? So I am more concerned about the central midfield than anything else. That's what I'm concerned about. The double pivot, the negative tactics, going out not to lose rather than going out to win. This is the problem with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and unfortunately, he will not change, and he is very, very, very stubborn in regards to that. And there's games we could have taken by the scruff of the neck. There's games we could have won, but we opted to go defensive. This is the problem. Yesterday was a game we should have won. Crystal Palace, let's not kid ourselves, had a number of players missing, including their best player, which is Wilfried Zaha. He was not playing. So how can we go out there and draw 0-0 and not even breathe on the goal? It's like we're scared of the goal. What's going on? Is it the fog? Can't we see? Can't we see through the fog? Couldn't we kick the ball forward through the fog? Was it the fog? I don't know. But anyway, we drew 0-0 against a very, very average Palace side. And you lot cannot make excuses. You cannot make excuses about that. You Ole-iners, Ole-sexuals, what you want to call it. Fair play to you. You love it. You want Ole to stay in. You want Ole to stay in, but be prepared for disappointment. Actually, I don't think you're disappointed because you've probably never been disappointed in your life, have you? Because you probably had everything on the plate. But anyway, don't worry about that. Anyway, listen. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to sort it out, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to get his tactics right, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to get his in-game management correct. It is absolutely pathetic from Manchester United. Yeah, so I'm not happy with that performance. I'm not going to be satisfied and smiling and happy with that performance. It's nothing. I'm never going to be happy with a Manchester United drawing 0-0 against Crystal Palace, no matter who it is, whether it's our reserves or it's our first team. Now, what do we think of the game at the weekend? Now, I honestly feel that we possibly could lose the game. Manchester City are on fire, and we need to really, really buck up our ideas if we're going to go there and get a result. If we get a result, okay, great. If we get a result at Manchester, at the Etihad Stadium, at the empty Etihad Stadium, it will be great. But I don't feel like we have the capabilities to do it right now. I feel like Manchester City on fire, and I feel like if we don't back up our ideas, we could get a good hiding. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will obviously park the bus. We'll probably play 10 defensive players. We'll probably defend for our lives and try and hit Manchester City on the break once or something like that. But I don't feel like it's going to be a good game to watch. I don't. I think it's going to be bad for us. I feel like Manchester City are going to come at us, and we're just going to sit back. Hopefully, I am proved wrong, which I am happy to be proved wrong because I'm a Manchester United fan, contrary to all your popular beliefs or unpopular beliefs. But yes, I am confident that we will defend for our lives on the weekend. So let's see how it goes. Let's keep the positivity. I'm trying my best. After last night, that was absolutely dreadful. I'm not too happy about the way Ollie's setting his team up to draw, and this is getting on my nerves. Yes, privilege. What's going on, my bro? Man City will wipe the floor with us. Yeah, man. I absolutely agree with you, pal. I think that they will, all being bad for us. I think that if he sets his team out as he has done against Crystal Palace, they will wipe the floor with us, and don't be surprised if we get a good hiding. But the problem with this team are very untrustworthy, and I've seen us go to Manchester City and win when we weren't expected to win, and this is the problem with this team. I cannot trust this team, cannot trust this manager, cannot trust these coaches, because at the end of the day, they do pull out results sometimes, but when it matters, they don't. This is the whole point. But yeah, more time, 9 times out of 10, Man City will wipe the floor of us, and they can crop this all they like, but I think they will. I think Manchester City are very, very strong, and they are a team that should play like Manchester City is us. That's what I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said a couple of years ago. We should play like Manchester City. We should aspire to be like Manchester City. We're not aspiring to be like Stoke City at the moment, the way we're playing. Do you know what I mean? So I think that the game is going to be a foregone conclusion, and I'm sorry to say that. In regards to Manchester City, I feel like they're a very good side, and they're well managed. Everything is top notch, and we're drifting into the distance. And if the fans keep accepting this mediocrity, fans keep accepting this toot of football, whatever they call it, I don't know what it is, but if the fans keep, accepting this, we're gonna fall, and you fans who are accepting this football are the problem in the Man United fan base. It's not me, a guy from East London. Just because I'm from East London, you don't support. I'm not a real supporter. I should go and support Leyton Orient. So why don't Eric Cantona go and support Paris Saint-Germain? You know, Beckham was from Leyton. Why don't he support Leyton Orient? You know, Skull Sports Oldham Athletic. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? You got to look at us and understand it and think about what you're saying half the time. You got to think about what you're saying. Yeah, we are here to see Man United win. We're not here to see rubbish football. We want us to see us play football, and we're here to see Man United win, lose or draw, of course, but not draw every single game 0-0, no goals in 3 games. This is getting pathetic now. I've never seen this. You know, this is like the Van Gaal and Mourinho days all together in one, like a one, match together. It's like if Van Gaal and Mourinho had a child, this is what the football will be playing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm very disappointed, as you can tell, very bewildered, as you can tell, and I don't think that we're going to get better anytime soon. I'm a proud Man United fan. I've been supporting Man United since the late 80s when I was a child. And, I loved the history of Man United and the way we played football. The times that we used to counter-attack and run and play attacking football and never give in and push to the last minute. I didn't see that yesterday. I keep bringing up a game against Newcastle a few years ago. And I remember we were 3-1 down with about 5 minutes to go. We ended up winning 4-3. That's Manchester United for me. It's not just the Champions League final when we come back. Notoriously, we attack. And I remember we were one of the first teams in Champions League history to attack teams, to attack the Italian teams, the big Italian teams of the 90s. We were the first. I remember the first teams to really go for them and by the scruff of the neck and win. I remember Giggs just terrorising Juventus one time at Old Trafford 3-2. I think 1996 or 97. And really terrorising Juventus for the first time. They were absolutely shocked what happened. I remember United that way. I remember us dominating games in the Nou Camp. I remember these games, fresh in my memory. And the times that we used to attack teams and never give in, no matter who the team was, let alone a little team, a small team, let alone a Palace. We wouldn't lose to Palace, number one. We would never lose to Palace. I remember Crystal Palace playing in the 90s. And every time we used to play Crystal Palace, 3 points. So this is the whole thing I'm talking about, because I remember fresh the Man United, the real Man United, which is the Man United used to attack. The Man United used to grab teams by the scruff of their neck and beat them. No matter if you're Barcelona, Juventus, Inter Milan, you'll come to Old Trafford, we'll attack. If we go away from home, we'll play proper football. We won't play football, defensive football. We won't play I can't be bothered football. 0-0, that'll do. That'll do. Top 4, there we go. That'll do. It's not for me. Not for me. Even second place is the best loser, in my opinion. It's the best loser. And, I don't agree with the best loser. I don't want us becoming like Arsenal. I don't want to celebrate in that. We need to be going for trophies. We had the most underwhelming title challenge in history this season. We were in the league for about a week. Then we just let it go. It's like, what is wrong with the mentality of these players? Are these players really going for it? Do these players really want to go for it and put the tackle in? Do these players really want to win that game yesterday? Because in my opinion, the last few games we could have won, at least won a couple of them. Yes, we may, lose a few points, but we need to attack, because at the end of the season, you're not going to win the league through drawing games. You're not. You're going to win the league through winning games. And yes, we used to lose 6 or 7 under Alex Ferguson a season. We did. We used to lose 6 games a season on average, apart from when it came to 2008 onwards, we used to lose about 3. But because we were absolutely phenomenal. That wasn't on the defensive side, was it? But in the past, in the 90s, in the early turn of this century, we used to lose 6 games a season, but we used to win a lot of our games. We used to win a lot of the games. And as I said before, yes, we used to get thumped sometimes. Yes, we used to use 5-0 Newcastle, 6-3 Southampton, 4-1 Tottenham. We used to lose those games, sometimes 3-0 Chelsea, 5-0 Chelsea. I remember these games. And we used to lose some games, but we used to win the majority of the games. And this is the problem with United. We're not going to entertain. We're going not to lose. We're going not to lose. And that won't win you the league. That won't put pressure on City. City absolutely got the cigars up. They're there just smoking their cigars. Lovely. League tied up. The league's going to be tied up very, very early this season. And it is a real shame because I felt like we had a real opportunity this season to do something with this team, and because no one was playing well at the beginning of the season, and that was the time to put pressure on. That was the time to say, right, we could win this league. We could win this, not play it down. When we're happy to be top four. Where have we been in the last few years? All this talk from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, these smiles from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they're just driving me mad. He's not on the touchline a lot. He's not intense enough. He's not. It's like he doesn't want to win the game. He's just happy because he knows that the Glazers going to keep him if he gets top four, and that's what probably will happen. If he gets top four, the Glazers are going to keep Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the job. Simple as that, and he's happy with that. And he doesn't give a rat's ass about anyone else but himself. As he said the other day, the last season, a couple of seasons ago, the loudest fans are not necessarily the big fans, the best fans. Well, the loudest fans for me are the ones who want more from the club. The loudest fans for me are the ones who want success and believe in the success of Manchester United, what we had, what we built on. Yeah, we're built on success, right? And without this success, without the Champions League 1968, without the Busby Babes, even adversity in 1974 when we got relegated, even then, we still had aspirations to win things, to win trophies. And we always have. In the 80s, we still won trophies. And just forget about the 90s, because in the 90s, we were the best team in the world, in my opinion. And, we've come, all right, it's been hard this last 7-8 years. It has been hard this last 7-8 years. I'm sorry to say that it has been hard for us. Moyes was the wrong appointment. We know that, but we spent a lot of money over the years. Have we invested it wisely? No. But every time we get a bit of momentum, every time we get a bit like, okay, we're third place or we're second place, when it's time to push on and improve, we don't. We go down again. This is the problem. Is Ole to blame fully? No. The Glazers obviously have something to blame, are to blame, 100%. Glazers are to blame for everything, in my opinion. Yes, the players on the pitch are being pathetic sometimes. Yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's management has been pathetic, and I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the guy to take us forward, to win things. He's done well to settle the ship. I agree. He has done well to settle the ship, but I don't think he's going to win us a trophy to take us to the next level. I don't think he will take us to that next level, and I'm sorry to say that as a Manchester United fan. And if he does take us to that next level, you are more than welcome to put egg on my face and, just banter me to kingdom come. I don't care, because I'm going to be a happy man if we win something. But I just can't see that. And you guys who know football, you guys who with, half a football brain, know that this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not going to win anything. And if he does, I will be very, very, very astounded and shocked if he does, because we got semi-finals, we got Europa League semi-finals, we got FA Cup semi-finals. Should we reach him? And do you think this team has the bottle? Let's say we draw Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. Do you think this team has the bottle to win it? Do you think this team has the guts, the charisma to win that game? What about the Europa League? Let's say we draw. Let's say for argument's sake, Arsenal or Tottenham in the semi-final of the Europa League. Do you think this team has the character to win it? Be honest with yourself. Do you think they have the character to win? I don't think they do, in my opinion. And as well as much as I want us to win things, I just don't think they have the charisma to do it. Now, there's a bunch of fans. I mean, lots on my timeline. I've had a lot of people at me in regards to being this, like, all of us are fake fans because we're not from Manchester. We're all fake fans and blah, 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 and rah, 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 you're a Leyton United fan, this, that, whatnot, this, that, all people, the thing is with some of our fan base is that we've got a lot of self-righteous people. And the thing is, when one person says something, you've got hundreds who are feeling the same as them and they all agree. And then that becomes the narrative for the day. But it doesn't mean that narrative is correct. And this is the thing with some of our fan base. We've got some inbreds in our fan base, which are really, really vile human beings. And many, many thousands and millions of our fans around the world are absolutely fantastic. But we've got a few of them who who continue to think they support the club better than anyone else. They think they're better than everyone else. They think they could say something and not get a reaction from anyone. I don't myself sit there and be quiet. I won't say nothing on Twitter. I don't think they deserve a response, but I will speak, and I will mention names, whether it's Steve Howson, who's been openly hating on me, openly blackballing me, and I'm not going to just sit here and say nothing about it, and I don't agree with some of these channels, some of these big channels who feel that they can undermine small channels like that, because I will speak up. I don't just talk about football. I can upload videos and I can hit millions on those videos. All right. Are they worth it? Maybe not. Pete Boyle is his name. Pete Boyle. I attacked Pete Boyle. Why did I attack Pete Boyle? The reason I attacked Pete Boyle is because Pete Boyle was attacking me first, right? And not only once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And I ignored it. I ignored it. And they just look at this guy, look at this guy. I was absolutely telling the truth about him, He doesn't like fan channels. He doesn't like podcasts. He doesn't like anything like that, unless it's his own, because he has used YouTube. If you type his name in YouTube, he is there. So that means he's contradicting himself, So what's the difference between someone using a podcast to broadcast on YouTube and him using YouTube? We're actually talking about the club, about the current situation. We're actually talking about what can go right, what can go wrong, where can it improve. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking, because we want Man United to do well, because, Man United doing badly, is good for our channel. It's actually on the contrary. Man United doing badly is bad for our channel, right? Because Man United grew through success, through popularity, through fantastic football. I shouldn't have to be going to YouTube and nostalgia, just looking at games on YouTube and looking at Man United 3, Barcelona 3, I was today, just the way Dwight York and Andy Cole just destroyed Barcelona single-handedly. I just find myself watching those games again, and I shouldn't be doing that. I should be thinking about this season, what's going to happen this season. Look at the way we're playing. I'm excited and blah blah blah. But what is there to be excited about? I would ask any Man United fan out there right now, what are you excited about? What excites you about this team? Okay, the team is young, given, yeah, but what excites you about the way we're playing, about how we're playing going forward? It's not just about talent. There's been talented players throughout history, yeah, that haven't made it because of management, because there's teams out there who have always had talented players but have never actually gone on to that next level. You can easily a player. I remember Alex Ferguson saying it. With regards to the players on the bench, like Diallo, like Shortire, he said if these players don't play, they'll stagnate. This is what Alex Ferguson said, and they'll drift into oblivion. And also, if they're not coached properly, and if they're not trained properly, they will stagnate and disappear into oblivion. Now, we got a player like Foden of Manchester City who will probably become one of the best players in the world. Saka of Arsenal will probably become one of the best players in the world. It's Greenwood I feel sorry for. Greenwood, because he's playing out of position. He's not being given an opportunity. He's not being trained right, I don't think he's been, given a rough of the green up front, playing as a number 9 or number 10. I don't think it's right the way he's been treated, in my opinion. And, all of you can disagree. I'm happy for you to just disagree, but I just don't think we're doing well with our young players. I think we're going to destroy our young player, and all the young players we've got right now, including Mengi, who's gone on loan, who should have been starting a few games, who should have been coming off the bench. It's not about, he's too young, he's too weak. Look at Gomez, right? I had a comment today. Gomez, you're saying he's doing well, but Boa Vista, they're at the bottom of the league. I didn't know that Gomez was Boa Vista. Gomez is an individual player. So for him to be playing in that team And doing well, assisting, scoring, shows a lot about his character, shows a lot about his talent, because it's a lot harder to do it in a team like that, isn't it? So if Boavista are doing badly, but Gomez is shining in a bad team, what does that say? He's a good player. It's a lot easier to shine. It's a lot easier to play well in a good team, because you've got good players around you. And sometimes they can make you look good, like a few of our players. We've got some great players, but then we've got some average players who look good sometimes when they play with them because they make them look good. And this is the whole problem with that, So Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. My final say on this is that he's got to get better. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not doing himself any favours with this, and I hope that he will learn, and I hope that we get better, and I hope that we continue to improve or start improving, because I don't think we have improved at all. I think we're going backwards. I think Rashford is going backwards. I think Greenwood is going backwards. I think many of our players are going backwards. Many of our players who play well at other clubs, for example, Maguire, who's played well at Leicester in England, is going backwards. Lindelof has gone backwards. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who I openly said he's one of the best fullbacks in the world when he played for Palace, best up-and-coming fullbacks in the world, he's gone backwards as well. De Gea's gone backwards, Fred has gone backwards, in my opinion. So we can talk about this to the cows come home, but at the end of the day, we're not gonna win anything. I know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer playing like this. I hope he changes. I hope he realizes, and I hope he gets his finger out and stop being so stubborn. Stop the favoritism. It's not right, Van der Beek's been treated like a criminal. We all know Van der Beek has been treated like a criminal. Van der Beek hasn't had a fair shot, especially in that central midfield position, which I think he will do very well in. I don't know what the problem is with him. Okay, you didn't want him. Maybe you didn't want him. Maybe it's a Glazer signing, Woodward signing, whatever. But you got to play him because he's a quality player. Regardless, he's a quality player. And if you can't see that, then there's something seriously, seriously wrong. Because every time he has played, he's done very, very well. He's done very, very well. I feel so sorry for him. I think it's embarrassing the way we treated Van der Beek. I do think it's embarrassing on our club. We always had a very, very good relationship, not only with Ajax, with PSV as well, with the Dutch players. We've always had a very good relationship with our Dutch colleagues. We have had a good relationship. We had good history with players who come from Holland, namely Stam, Van Nistelrooy, But unfortunately, we're throwing that relationship in the bin, and where people are going to be more wary of coming to Manchester United from Holland because of the way Van der Beek has been treated, which is not good, which is absolutely disgraceful for our club, a club that classes ourselves on class, the class of 92. We don't have class now. We're more like, did we just get result top four, Our reputation's gone out the window. Our reputation has gone out the window. And it's a shame to say that, this is going to continue whilst the Glazers are at the helm, whilst Ole is at the helm, because Ole is a Glazer sympathiser, and he's never spoke out against the Glazers. At least Jose did briefly, And Van Gaal, I like the man because the man, tried to bring in youth players. He did openly speak about the Glazers. He wasn't the best tactician, I don't think. I think he's very defensive, very boring kind of football. But he still won an FA Cup, didn't he? With kids, with Paddy McNair, with Tyler Blackett, Bothwick Jackson at the back. What will Ollie do with that team? Would he win a trophy with that team? I don't think so. Now, anyway, I want to talk briefly about my channel. As you can see, it's not the backdrop and everything is not up and running, but I've got some very special things coming. I've got some very special guests coming. With God's grace, I've got some very special guests coming on my show very soon. And I will build up my channel bit by bit. It's not what I do full time, but I'm very pleased to say I have got some very great guests coming on. And the channel will build. And I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you all for tuning in. We hope it gets better. It's always glory, glory, Man United for me. Always been a Man United fan, and I always want Man United to do well. Okay. The match yesterday was expected, and it shouldn't be like that. I predicted it, and it shouldn't be like that. We should be aiming for the stars. Yeah. We should build up and look at other teams now and build ourselves up and look at them, the way they're building up. It should inspire us to do better. Yeah, it should inspire us to win things. You know, I hope I got egg in my face at the end of the season, and all you trolls out there are on your Twitter at me. I'll tell you what, I put a bet on any one of you that we won't win a trophy. And you tell me what it is, because I don't think we will win a trophy. I'm almost certain. And I hate to sound so negative, but it's how I feel with this team. I just don't feel they've got the character. You know, we play games like we're playing in an FA Cup as an underdog. We play games like we're the underdog in the FA Cup tie and we need to get a replay for money. That's how we're playing at the moment. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I will be back this week with some special guests, and I hope you will be tuning in for that. Thank you so much for tuning in, all you guys. Big up, Privilege. All the best, yeah. Peace.